President Biden and the First Lady were not the targets when a car plows into a parked SUV last night. That was part of the president's security detail outside his campaign headquarters in Wilmington, Delaware.
The Wilmington Police Department is investigating the motor vehicle collision, which did not result in any injuries. Investigators are also working to determine if impairment was a factor. So President Biden was departing his campaign headquarters in Delaware around 8 p.m. last night, and he really reacted like any other onlooker would to the sound of a crash.
Fox's Alexandria Huff. Now, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin visiting Israel at this hour, meeting with that nation's top brass with a message to tamp down the intensity in the war with Hamas. Another ship attacked in the Red Sea. U.S. officials confirm multiple projectiles are launched from Houthi-controlled territory at a vessel. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 USME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
Well, good Monday morning.
It is a good Monday morning.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
I'm Lee Barris.
Wow, it sounds very loud in here. We're not sure why.
It's woke up this morning to being very windy outside. There's a lot of debris on the road. Not bad though. Not bad.
I agree. There were limbs down and stuff I saw on the way in that didn't look too bad. It's not so puddly now, which is good.
Coming into this neighborhood this morning, I was kind of dodging a few tree branches, but nothing really serious. It's very, very windy out right now as this front, the backside of it, is coming through, and then it's supposed to turn cold tonight.
Yes, it's supposed to be quite chilly for the rest of the week. Although this weekend looks pretty nice as of now. I mean, granted, we're a lot of days off, but Christmas Eve looks like it's going to be close to 60.
Oh, nice.
I know. Much better than last year.
I can remember Christmases growing up here, right here in Onslow County, where we were actually outside in shorts and tank tops, riding our new bikes that we got for Christmas.
I can remember a couple of years ago being that way here.
Yes.
Not last year, of course. We know what a fiasco last year's weather and Duke Energy mess was, but let's hope we won't have a repeat of that this year.
Bring up that Duke
Well,
Energy.
I'm forever scarred.
Well, you know, they sent out a alert yesterday talking about severe weather come in, and I just figured that was their way of letting them know you're probably going to lose our power.
A couple of people did. I had some people message me that had Duke, and they know that I have Duke, and they said they had no power, but we actually had power. We never lost it.
I didn't lose anything.
Yeah.
No power loss, no internet loss. I know it was just sporadic through the county.
The office lost internet because I got the alert for it. I haven't gotten the alert that it's back on, but I'm certain as of now it is. Guess we'll find out when they get to the office.
Well, everything was good at the studio here this morning because the usual lights, cameras, action, alarms, everything was going off as I walked up the sidewalk. So
everything is good.
Happening in the world.
It's, everyone's just kind of recovering for the storm. School's out now, so everyone needs to be a little careful too. Even though most kids are probably sleeping in, they are still going to be out and about. Like, well, depending on the weather. Some kids will be out there riding their bikes or playing or whatever, super excited about Christmas. So just kind of make sure that you take notice that the kids during the day now are home.
Absolutely.
And Rayford should be back tomorrow.
Yes,
Rayford's up in Greensboro.
He was on a family adventure this weekend.
Yes. I would love to have witnessed that, but yeah. So yeah, he should be back tomorrow, and all will be well, which is good. This past weekend we had the Wreaths Across America.
Yes.
It was Saturday, and it was a nice.
I were there.
Yeah, we were there, putting wreaths on our respective loved ones' graves, and it was a good crowd.
I think there was more turnout from humans, than there were wreaths.
There were, yes.
There was a lot of people there.
There were a lot of people there. They ended up having 3,400 wreaths. With close to 6,000 graves. So sadly, that means not everything got a wreath on it, which is annoying. But I mean, it is what it is. But at least, there was a nice turnout, which is good. And what I thought was interesting was they had a young kid there he got his Eagle Scout badge.
Yes.
And he had made these wooden stands for the ceremony that they display the wreaths on. And they are awesome.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. I thought that was really remarkable what that young man did. He made those wreaths and he was selling them in order to raise money to purchase wreaths. He made the wreath stands.
I didn't know that. I'd like to
Yeah.
have one of those.
Yes, and that was to raise money for the wreaths themselves. And a remarkable young
Well,
man.
that kid is super talented.
Yes,
If
he
you guys have
is.
not, so we need to find out who that kid is because those wreath stands were absolutely gorgeous.
Right. Well, the filings for political office closed Friday at noon.
They did at noon, yes.
And we have some, Onslow County is really interesting. We had a lot of people filing for county commissioner and for Board of Education. Just a fast recap, our Senator Lazara, no other Republican filed against him, but a Democrat did by the name of Andy Morrow. And our NC House 14, which is currently being held by George Cleveland.
Mhm.
There's a gentleman by the name of Wyatt Gable, who's a Republican, that's thrown his hat into the ring, and Carmen Spicer, who is a Democrat, that has thrown her hat into the ring. On NC House District 15, that's currently being held by Phil Shepard, Christopher Schulte has thrown his hat in the ring. He's a Democrat, Phil's a Republican, and then a Matthew Feehan, who's a Libertarian, has also filed for that. And then District 16, which we never see the rep for that. That's
Mhm.
Carson Smith. He's out of Pender County. He's a Republican. He's going for re-election. And a Francis Lakey, who is a Democrat, has thrown their hat into the ring. I'm not sure if that's female or male. I'm
Mhm.
taking it as female. And then, of course, we have all our judges that have refiled again. And every judge that has refiled again is going in uncontested, and they're all Republicans. New one that has thrown her hat into the ring is Melissa Stevens. You know,
Mhm.
she's out of Sampson County, Duplin,
Mhm.
Sampson County. Yeah, and her husband's already a judge, and
Yes.
her father-in-law was a judge. So
Mhm.
keeping it in the family.
Mhm.
Okay, the Board of Commissioners, of course, you're picking 4 out of this. We have, let's go with the Republicans first. Walter Scott, Paul Buchanan, Tony Paget, Hans Miller, Robin Knapp, Cheryl Coulson, Velvet Scoggins, who is a Democrat. All the others are Republican. John Davis, Republican. John Yop, Deborah Morton, and Bill Boone, all Republican.
Oh, wow.
So it's a lot of people. So
Mhm.
that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 people running, and it's pick 4. 10 are Republicans, and 1 is a Democrat.
A Democrat will go automatically
The
through
Democrat,
to
yes.
the, will go through the primary.
Yeah, Democrat does not even need to come out and work the primary or put one sign
Mhm.
up until it comes time for the general election.
Right. Right.
And then we have Board of Education. All right. So you got Albert Garvey running. Republican, you know, he was appointed to that seat
Correct.
because there was a vacancy.
Mhm.
You got Suzanne Long, who's a Republican, Allison Page, Democrat, Lewis Rogers, Republican. He was also appointed to that seat, not elected, so he's running for election. Tanyetta Hill, who's a Democrat. I think we had her on the show
We
last
did
year.
have her on the show.
Yeah, she was a delightful young lady.
Very smart.
Melissa Oakley, Republican. She's running for re-election. Matt Ham, who is a Republican. Robert Lefevers, not sure how to say that. He's a Democrat. Urban Urbanski, Republican. Michelle Hawley, Republican. Philip Williams, who's a Republican. And Randall Butler, who is a Republican. Randall ran before
Mhm.
and didn't quite make the numbers. So anyway, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 running.
Randall came on here before.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, he's a very nice man.
Mhm.
12 running, 1, 2, 3 of the 12 are Democrats, 9 are Republican. So that's going to be a very interesting race. And of course, Register of Deeds is back up. Omega King Jarman has filed for re-election. She's held that seat now for, I think, 1 term.
One time.
Yes. So this will be her 2nd term. But
Mhm.
yes, you're a Democrat because of the low, it's like only 1, 2, 3 Democrats running for a Board of Education.
They go through.
They're going to automatically go through during the primary. So they don't really have to do anything until the general election. So there you go.
Did Mark Robinson finally file?
Yeah, he filed on, I think it was late Thursday.
Who are
So-
the other lieutenant governor ones that filed?
You know what? I don't have that page with me. Remind me to bring that page tomorrow. But I
So I'm
believe,
curious to see.
yeah, there is a Mark Robinson that's filing for lieutenant governor.
What?
It's a completely different Mark Robinson.
What?
Yes, his name is Mark Robinson.
Oh, wow. That's going to be confusing for
Yes.
people.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's two different races. So
Yes, but I could see that being super confusing to some people when they're like, wait a minute.
yeah, we'll have to look. I meant to bring that list in this morning. That list all the state offices, because I think just about every state office is a slew of people running. Slew of people. But yeah, the lieutenant governor race is going to be. There's a lot of people running for that, as they did last year, the last go round.
I don't know why I don't
So,
remember a whole bunch of people running.
Your friend there, Sam Page.
Did he run? Did he file?
He, I think, ended up. I think he was running for governor, and he switched over to lieutenant.
No, he was
governor.
always running for lieutenant governor.
There was something he just did recently. I can't remember what it was.
But he was always running for lieutenant governor.
Yes.
He's the sheriff of my home county, and
Right.
he's a very amazing man. So I think if he made lieutenant governor, he would be absolutely excellent for the citizens of North Carolina. He's been a long time sheriff in Rockingham County, and I'm going to go with 20 years, but I might be wrong about the years.
Did you get that up?
I'm trying to pull it up. It's this website.
It's horrible.
I think we all need to call Raleigh and say, y'all need to fine tune this website, because it is absolutely awful how you have to, you ought to be able to just to type in the name of your county
right.
and have that county pop up. You have to scroll through
It should be
all
like a
the
spreadsheet
counties.
where you can just type in the name and go right to it.
And it's not, you have to
That's
scroll down,
craziness.
and this little scroller thing
It freezes.
it takes you too far,
The
not far
page has
enough.
to reload.
Yeah, it's
I would
awful.
say start on about page, I think it was 10, 11.
I can't
you
even
can
get
keep-
to. I'm into Onslow.
Okay.
Now I'm into Northampton. See, I mean, who invented this?
Well, you can go on Northampton and right at the very first page that you've got there and just read what's in the state, because it's going to be the
Once
same.
again, I'm froze up.
Yeah. It is horrible site. Horrible.
Oh, here we go. I found
But
it.
at least we're able to have it.
Real dumb question. I'm on presidential. Did Trump file?
They don't have any filings in there right now. I don't
It just says
understand why.
yeah, there's no presidential names.
Yeah, I noticed that. I don't
That's kind of
understand.
weird.
Yeah, it is. weird.
I wonder why that is.
Don't know.
Didn't they have to file? I don't know how that works. Well, maybe not, because well, how does that work? Because you still haven't, the Republican Party hasn't selected a person yet. Don't they have to pick
No,
one?
Republican Party. Actually, if you're a member of the Republican Party, like on
Oh, that's right. What am I
executive
thinking?
board
Yes,
or
I'm
whatever,
thinking- yeah, I
you're
have the
not
moment.
supposed to publicly go out and support one Republican
No, I was
over
thinking
the other.
overall Republican, but that's right.
Yes.
That's what we're trying to do with the primary is
But they
select
do it
the
anyway.
person. Yeah, but none of these people are on here. I don't know how that works.
I mean, you got your top leaders in your North Carolina House and Senate that are openly
Mhm.
supporting one candidate over the other.
They
so-
are. They're definitely starting to do that.
Let me see. Yes. Okay. Yeah, it is just craziness. So many. I don't know. I think the Republican Party, in my opinion, is just slowly killing itself with all the division in it.
I agree with that statement. With all the
And the
infighting and the
Democrats are being
nonsense.
smart.
And they're just sitting back. I don't blame them.
They're watching us be stupid.
What I find interesting too is, if you've noticed, there's a lot of, maybe I'm wrong, because like I said, I don't follow politics like you do.
Right.
But am I just crazy in saying it seems like there's a lot more libertarians, for example, filing this year than in the past?
Yes, and you also have the No Labor Party that's starting to really grow. That
forgot about
started
that one.
3-4 years ago. Now it's really growing. And I even noticed that Onslow County had people that have signed up as the No Labor Party. Getting to governor, you have Patrice Booker, who's a Democrat. You
Mhm.
have Michael Morgan, who's a Democrat. Marcus Williams, Democrat. Josh Stein, Democrat. He's your leader right now. Gary Fox, who's a Democrat. Good Lord, all these people. Then you have someone from the Green Party, a Wayne Turner, and then a Libertarian, Shannon Bray. Wow, and then you have Mike Ross, who's a Libertarian, Dale Follow, Republican. Yeah, he's called here quite a few times.
He has.
Bill Graham, who's a Republican. That's
the guy with those wild ads.
Well, that's the one that Tom Tillis is supporting.
Have y'all all seen? Have you seen that? Because I had to do a double take. I'm like, did that guy really just say that on his commercial?
Yeah,
he did.
What was it? Tell everybody.
He says, "I'm going to either put you." What do you say? I'm going to put you in jail or in the ground or something. I'm like, wait, what?
Right. And you got Mark Robinson, who is the front runner right now for the Republican Party. Though I read some interesting information on a poll that was taken by Civitas over the weekend, and that's where they're saying 49% are supporting him, but the other 51% said they have no clue yet who they're voting for. So Civitas polls are pretty reliable as far as, I mean, anybody can do a poll, but Civitas is pretty good with theirs. All right, then you have Ben Clark, who's a Democrat. Oh, no, now we're getting into Lieutenant Governor. Mark Robinson was the last one to sign for governor. Lieutenant Governor, you've got a Ben Clark, who's a Democrat, Rachel Hunt, who's a Democrat, another Mark Robinson, but it's Mark Harrison Robinson, who's a Democrat. That's interesting. Dorothy Watson, who's a Libertarian, a Rivera Doth, who's a Republican out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Dina Ballard. These words, these letters right here are about the size of they're very minute. A Republican. Jeffrey Elmore, who's a Republican. Hal Weatherman, who's called here a lot, even been in here on the studio. He's a Republican. Good Lord. Hernandez, I can't read. Mark Hernandez, something like that, is a Republican. What does that say? Marlinas. Oh, Marlinas. Okay. James Allen Marshburn, who is a Republican. Peter Boykin, I know him. He's a Republican. Seth Woodall, Republican. There he is. Sam Page, your sheriff, they're Republican. And then James O'Neill, Republican. Ernest Reeves, a Republican. And then, that's just for Lieutenant Governor. And then you get into the Attorney General, which is a list of people, too.
How many Republicans are running for Attorney General?
Attorney General, you have one.
The first three are Democrat.
You have, right now, you have Ernest Reeves, who's a Republican. And then Democrats, you have Tim Dunn, Satana DeBerry, and Jeff Jackson. And then going down more, Dan Bishop is running for North Carolina Attorney General. Also, he's a Republican. So you have 2 Republicans and 3 Democrats. And Dan Bishop, if you remember the commercials about vote for the right Dan, that's back when Dan Bishop ran
that's
for
why
U.S.
I know
Congress.
that name. Okay.
Yes. And the Republican Party here in North Carolina really helped to push him through. And now he wants to even become Attorney General. Can you blame him? No. I'd get out of the U.S. House, too.
That's a whole other circus.
Yes, it is. Anyway, so that's what we have going as far as filing. And I just urge people, there's going to be a lot of groups out here in Onslow County that are going to be pushing their own candidates. If you're not sure who's actually running, you can contact the local GOP. Contact me. I'll give you a list of people, everybody on the list. But there's going to be a lot of groups out here that are going to be pushing their own people. Ugliness has already started. You have one group that's supporting one candidate over another, so let's bash the other candidate. It's already started on social media.
But no one, honestly, and I've talked to quite a few people about this, both in the past and even recently, no one wants to hear the bashing. They want to know what you're going to do.
Exactly.
No one cares how you feel about another candidate because that's opinionated.
Right.
What the average voting person wants to know is, what are you going to do for me as an elected official that will benefit me?
Absolutely.
That's what people want. No one cares about the mudslinging because the mudslinging sometimes is there to mask that you don't have a platform, or you have a weak platform, or you just don't know because you're running just to try to bump somebody else
Very good
off.
point. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
very good point.
Like people, most people want to know your platform. Tell us what you're going to do.
Yeah.
I don't care who you don't like. And a lot, rumor and gossip and innuendo is subjective anyway.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And it's already started. I heard one about myself last night,
I heard that.
and I'm like,
I heard that
what?
rumor.
You know,
Talk about that very, very
well,
quickly.
I was former chairman with the party here,
Mhm.
many years plus, active on the executive
Okay,
board.
hold
So
on.
it's
You know what? Let's take a break.
yeah, let's do the weather.
We'll take our first commercial break, and we'll come back. We'll do the weather. Then
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you about that rumor. So we put that mess to bed
Just
now,
an example of what to look out for.
which is very sad.
It
All right.
is.
Well, live and local, Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME, your Christmas classic station. I got it right the first time.
Very good.
All right. We'll be right back.
Hello, folks. This is Preston Taylor with Piggly Wiggly right here in Jacksonville. We'd like to take this opportunity to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from all of the folks here at Piggly Wiggly.
Liberty Mutual presents How to Be the Life of the Party.
Okay, first turn the music off. Then ask for everyone's attention. Now, tell them that you customized your home insurance with Liberty Mutual and saved hundreds. Boom! Now everyone knows you're not just a pretty face. You have some brains inside that face that know how to save hundreds. Woo!
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Based on recent survey of new customers who switched and saved. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Boy next door or handsome stranger? Why not both?
I wanna be free. Pluto TV has channels solely dedicated to love with all your rom-com favorites.
Like She's All That, Clueless, Last Holiday, and more. It's TV the way it should be, free and easy.
I wanna be free. So choose love
And download the Pluto TV app on all your favorite devices and start streaming now.
I wanna be free.
Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
With Christmas approaching, all of us here at John Stars Electric would like to express thanks to the brave men and women of our military defending our freedom. This season, join us in spreading cheer and showing appreciation to those who serve. In the spirit of gratitude and preparedness, John Stars Electric wants to help ensure your home or business stays powered up when you need it most with a Generac home standby generator. With the unpredictable nature of power outages, it's essential to have peace of mind knowing you have a reliable source of power. Give us a call today at 910-989-1908 or find us on Facebook for a free quote and power up your life with John Stars Electric.
Hello, this is Senator Michael Lazzara, and as the holiday season approaches, I find myself reflecting on the many blessings of the past year and the unwavering spirit of our community. During this special time, I want to extend my warmest wishes to each and every one of you. May this Christmas season bring you moments of joy, peace, and cherished memories with loved ones. It is a time to celebrate the bonds we share and the values that unite us, embracing the spirit of giving, kindness, and compassion. As we look forward to the new year, let us continue to nurture the sense of community and resilience that defines us. Together, we will forge a path of progress and prosperity, rooted in the principles that we hold dear. Wishing you and your families a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, filled with blessings, hope, and endless possibilities.
Coastal Bank and Trust thanks you for allowing us the privilege of handling all your banking needs, including personal and commercial loans to mortgage services. With locations in Jacksonville, Holly Ridge, Richlands, in Moran City, Coastal Bank and Trust truly is a community bank dedicated to those we serve and is proud to be a part of the continued growth of Onslow, Carteret, and surrounding counties, and looks forward to meeting you. Thank you for voting us the best of the best 5 years in a row. FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
Merry Christmas from our family at Flowers on the Move to yours. We are so thankful for every family that we were able to serve in 2023 and look forward to meeting more of our community in 2024. We are here for all of your floral needs, from birthdays to weddings, memorial services, and everything in between. You can visit us online anytime at www.flowersonthemove.com. Don't forget, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Order early for the best deals.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team.
Hitting the road this year to do some traveling? Make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Hi, and we are back.
You're killing me.
I'm trying to mimic Rayford. When you guys don't
She's
realize,
mimicking Rayford.
When we're always coming out of commercial and back into a thing, he'll yell, "Mics are hot."
Yeah,
so I started
just
doing
a
it.
chattering.
Yeah, we're in here talking, so I'm at least cracking up every time I do it. But I'm being just like Rayford. See, Rayford, you taught me well. So,
See, I guess
yeah.
it's time for the weather.
It
and
is
I'm
time
going to
for the weather.
start with the marine forecast, which is brought to you by Tideline Marine. You know, you have one more week to buy that special Christmas gift that for that person who loves to boat and fish. And right now, Tideline Marine special savings on Aloha pontoon boats, Mercury outboard motors, and boat trailers. And while you're there, be sure to check out the fishing baits and lures, as those would make great stocking stuffers for your favorite fishermen. Visit Tideline Marine, a family and veteran-owned business located at 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. And here's your marine forecast. Monday, west winds 25 to 35 knots, gust up to 45 knots, seas 11 to 16 feet. Near shore seas 9 to 12 feet, subsiding to 6 to 9 feet in the afternoon. Dominant period of 11 seconds. Adjacent sounds and rivers are rough. Monday night, northwest winds 20 to 25 knots with gust up to 35 knots, seas 7 to 10 feet, except near the shore. There'll be 5 to 7, dominant period 11 seconds, with your sounds and rivers rough. Tuesday, northwest winds 20 to 25, subsiding to 5 to 7 in the afternoon. Near shore seas 4 to 6 feet in seconds, with your sounds and rivers very rough, diminishing to choppy in the afternoon. So not a good couple days to be out in the boat. Stay inland.
Well, today it looks like it says mostly cloudy and then becoming sunny, but I can see blue sky out there already. So I think the sun's trying to come out The high today will be 62. Now, the winds will be between 9 and 18 miles an hour, with gusts today as high as 29 as that front moves off. So it will still be a little gusty and windy. Tonight, cloudy, becoming clear later, late in the night with a low of 33, but still there will be some gusts. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 45. Oh, man, and gusts as high as 21. So it's just going to be cold and gross tomorrow. At least the sun will be out, but it's still going to be cold. Tomorrow night, clear, low of 24. Okay, that's super cold. And on Wednesday, sunny, high of 49. I'm not liking that either. Come on now. But at least it's not raining. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah,
and
they
it's not
say
like bitterly cold.
North of Highway 264, there may be a chance of maybe a couple snowflakes later this afternoon as the cold wind dips down and the moisture starts pulling out. So
I believe it. I've got friends that live in the mountains, and they got almost 6 inches yesterday. So
I'd love to see
that's a big old yikes.
A little bit of white for Christmas.
I don't think we're going to, based on what I'm looking at right here, unless something major would have to come through here, like that's not even on the radar.
I wanted to come into snow, but I don't want it to be a snow situation that it affects anybody. You know what I'm saying? You can still get out and drive, still go to work, still go to the grocery store.
Look, this is the South. This is North Carolina. When it snows, it shuts everything down.
I had to one year back in '89, the one that's Rafer and I keep talking about, that big snow year. I was manager of one of the postal offices here in Jacksonville. And so it started snowing on Christmas Eve. And of course, Christmas Day, we were closed, and the next day coming back, and the roads were so bad. So I had a 4x4, and I was like, yeah, I'll go out and deliver the express mail, the overnight mail. Lord, I'm going to tell you what, I will never do that again. It wasn't so much. I mean, I was doing fine. I had my in 4-wheel drive. I was just going, but the crazy people out there, that were coming down the roads too fast, spinning out in front of me. I was like, nope, that people be getting refunds on that express mail because I wouldn't do it again.
Well, that's because people drive, too fast for conditions, whether it's rainy and puddly or, heaven forbid, ice or snow. I mean, you have to slow your roll down.
Yes,
I just doesn't understand why people just think that you can plow through it. And I don't want to hear I'm from the North, or I'm from the North Pole, or I'm from Antarctica, or wherever. Your car functions the way it functions, and it is what it is.
It's that ice underneath the snow that you can't drive on. So
I don't care who you are. Yeah.
Well, let's talk some fun news.
Well, wait a minute. We got to talk about your. Yes. So
we're talking about
we're talking about rumors and gossip and political stuff, which this is one reason why I don't follow politics.
It's starting right now, and it's what I urge each and every one of you to vet each candidate. You can call that candidate, you can email that candidate. They put their information out there. You can talk to them, but you're going to have different little political groups that are going to be pushing who they want for themselves to be into that office. And as I told you, they've already started on some malicious postings and stuff on candidates that are in office. That's all part of politics. That's why you have super PACs that send out flyers for your federal elections. It's crazy. So already, since filing closed, there was garbage on social media. But I heard yesterday from a good friend that it was being said that, I worked in the party for many, many years, and then I went into the district, and I held a position as vice chair in the district, which is huge district. And I ended up resigning last year, or it was earlier in this year. I don't know, so much time's gone by, to work on campaigns because as a first vice chair, I could not show any favoritism. So I resigned from that in order, and I worked on about 5 campaigns.
You did.
One federal, a couple state, and a couple local. And that's what I did, and that's what I wanted to do. That's
what you like.
That's what I like to do, to be on the sidewalk walking. But anyway, I had heard yesterday that I had been suspended from that position, which, what is suspended? There is no such thing in that position.
No.
You either step down or they vote you out.
Yeah.
But I heard it was for party disloyalty, and I'm like, what? Huh? So
see, that's
people, rumors, ignore them. And if you're not sure, go to the person and ask them.
Well, I remember you coming in here and telling Rayford and I that you were stepping down so you could work on, and I know which campaigns you were working on at the time. So,
And that's where I wanted to
And one
be.
of them was a 3rd district campaign,
Yes.
not even here in Onslow.
Right.
So I remember this vividly.
That was North Carolina House. It was for a candidate from another county. So I worked over there on his campaign. I was helping him, and then I worked on some campaigns here in Onslow County. One for a commissioner that ran for re-election. So, and then one, I did quite a few, and that's what I like doing.
And my next question becomes, why do people care what you're doing? I'm just confused. You're not running for office.
I'm just telling you right now.
I mean, because people get so caught up with gossip and nonsense that they lose sight of what they should be doing. But people should be very careful about pointing fingers, because people always look at the person pointing the fingers as well.
These are leaders in the local party too that are spreading this gossip.
See, this is why
the facts.
I've had a lot of friends leave the Republican Party here locally from Onslow.
Oh, I did.
I counted them up. I've had 60. That's a big number. Because
for candidates, but things have changed so much, and it's everywhere. It's not just locally, but it's everywhere.
The 60 that have left the party here, now I understand these are people that don't know each other. Well, a couple of them know each other, but the rest of them, they're just 60 people that I know that left. All left because of party nonsense here. Now that's embarrassing.
It is.
That is absolutely embarrassing. And you wonder why the Democrats are sitting back, not saying anything. They don't have to.
That's right. No,
they don't
just
have to
sit
say
back
one
there and
thing.
watch us all make
We
fools
look like
out of
a
ourselves.
laughing stock. It's awful.
Sure.
So anyway,
let's move on to something funny though. I've got a funny story.
I've got a good one too, but you go first.
This was out of Texas,
Same
Dallas,
here.
Fort Worth.
Okay.
Oh, it's a Texas woman has gone viral after capturing the moment she found an uninvited guest hiding in her Christmas tree.
An owl?
A
snake?
I kept working thinking that maybe I was just hearing things, and then I heard it again with some other squeaking noises. She was hearing like sneezes, and then started the squeaking noise. After looking under her couches and behind her curtains, she found the source of the mysterious noise. As I'm down crouched behind my couch, I look over to the left and I just see his tail, a long, naked, rat-looking tail. I stopped a ball of gray fur. This was in her tree. It was a possum.
Oh, no way.
Ingram made her way to the front of the tree and located the culprit. It was, in correct terminology, opossum. Ingram said she reached out to a friend who was a wildlife and rehab volunteer, but because it was late and the volunteers didn't take night calls, the friend shared some steps on how to best remove the creature from her tree and her home. She said, I just didn't want to hurt him. I was really just calling for concern because she was afraid there might be babies in the animal's pouch. I started to try to get him out, but he was holding on to the branches. He had some strength because he was so big. She was wearing gloves to protect herself from the possum as she plucked each of its fingers off the branches to release it from the Christmas tree. He ran behind the tree under the couch, and she kept moving it and just hoping that he would just come out to where she could, lead it out. She finally pushed the couch aside and was able to pick up the possum under her arm, just like you would a cat or a dog. She's more a woman than
I wouldn't have done it.
The possum was showing its teeth, she said, but there was no hissing. Ingram was able to calm the animal down before setting it outside her door and releasing it into the neighborhood. Okay, let me just tell you what I would do.
Please don't tell me you're shooting, because possums are our friends.
That's right, but I'd throw a huge sheet over the tree. I'd grab a hold of it.
You take the whole
I'd
tree
open the
outside?
back door and throw it into the garage.
I wouldn't want to hurt the
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. I'll throw it gently.
Was it a real tree?
It did not say.
Well, how did that thing get in our house? And do possums, do they climb trees? I don't know. Do they?
Well, they climb, because I know they climb over my big fence in the backyard,
But possums are like our friends. Like, we want to keep them because they eat all kinds of creepy things that we don't want in our yards.
I know that possums can be friendly, and I know people that have them as pets, but when it
Pets?
Yes.
You're joking.
No, I'm not joking. There is a animal rescue place here in Jacksonville that has a star possum that they take with them for shows and stuff.
No way.
Yeah, you can pet it, everything.
I'm gonna have to go pet that possum just out of curiosity about. Really?
My thing is, I just like it's a creature that belongs outside and it's in my house.
Well, same. I had a bird fly in my house one time. I about lost my mind. So I don't know what I would do if a possum came in there.
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of All I could see was visions of squirrel like in
That's what I
Christmas
thought.
Vacation.
Squirrel!
Yeah,
But it
that's
was
like
a
the best part
possum.
of the movie.
But how did that possum get in there?
That's what I'm asking. Was this a real tree? Like, how do you not know you haven't? Well, I just saw a story this past weekend on the internet that somebody had an owl in their Christmas tree. Once again, and it was a live tree. How do you not know you have cut a live tree down? I don't know where they go in the woods to get this tree. I have no idea. And did this thing not fly out when the tree was being cut down, when it's being transported? Like, I have a lot of questions about that whole live owl thing.
I'll just stick with my artificial
I
tree. I'm
had
done
two
with
of
the
them.
real trees for a while.
The real tree, you let it dry out. This is when I was young. And I've always remembered that. So, and my parents always had artificial trees, but one year my dad got the bright idea that we had, of course, the original artificial tree in the living room because my mom had a huge one. I think it was huge.
Right.
But in the den, he wanted to put one up and got a real one. And I cried and cried because I was worried about it drying out. Because what happened to my friends? Yeah, I was
Did
young.
you feed it water every day?
I sure did. And Mom's like, stop watering that tree. I'm like, no. Yeah, so we only had it the 1 year. It was messy.
Right. Oh, we got to go to
Let's
commercial.
go to
again.
Oh, we do. Okay.
We have a lot of commercials
We do.
right now because of Christmas. So
I like that. All right. Well, live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. 3SME. We'll be right back.
Hello, Onslow. Royce Bennett here with Century 21 Champion Real Estate. This time of year, I just can't help but think of how blessed we all are. We live in a great country where we can worship as we please, speak our mind, travel where we desire, and choose our own destiny. But I also realize that there are many who are less fortunate than I. So let's remember to share a bit of what God has blessed us with during this Christmas season. Many individuals, civic organizations, and local businesses, including Champion Real Estate, will be supporting the Salvation Army this season by ringing the red kettle bells. Be sure to thank them and deposit what you can in the kettle. The Salvation Army is serving the less fortunate in Onslow County every day. If I can help you with real estate or county issues, please feel free to contact me. And always remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. Merry Christmas, and I wish you a safe and happy New Year.
Modern Exterminating 627 College Street, Jacksonville has proudly been serving the pest control needs of Onslow and surrounding counties since 1952. That's 70 years protecting the health and property of our citizens from rodents, termites, mosquitoes, and all other pests. Modern Exterminating offers inspection without obligation. Being authorized to serve Government Exterminating takes this opportunity to thank those who serve and allowing us to handle all your pest control needs. If what they use don't zap them, they'll trap them. And if you're not satisfied, they'll step on them. The bug stops here. Modern Exterminating, family owned and operated since 1952. Call today, 910-455-5122. That's 910-455-5122 for Modern Exterminating.
C&S Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957, with 3 locations serving the Crystal Coast, has everything you need from brushes to Olympic stain and quality Benjamin Moore paint. Benjamin Moore offers unmatched color and durability, so the color will last for years to come. Whether a do-it-yourselfer or paint contractor, when you shop C&S Paint Center with 3 locations, you're not just improving your home or construction site, you're supporting a local business too. C&S Paint Center, Olympic Stain, and Benjamin Moore. Paint for everything that matters. C&S Paint Center, 105 Wayne Drive, Morris City, 6 Doris Avenue, Jacksonville, and 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point. C&S Paint, phone 910-455-0210. Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. This is Mayor John Davis from Swansboro sitting here at the Dairy Queen, and we invite you to come have a Christmas shake or a sundae with us. And I'd also like to acknowledge our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and acknowledge his birth. And we are thankful for him and the reason we serve this season. To all of the deployed military, we thank you for serving during this Christmas season and your sacrifice of being away from your families. To all of our teachers and our staff downtown, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and thank you guys for all your work.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality trained system. guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Moorhead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry, the Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS. or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, and we are back. A lot of good Christmas messages on there.
Hey, where's all our callers at this morning?
Look, a lot of people are not working, especially the teachers. They're all sleeping in. They're happy to be
I can't
home.
blame them. Y'all deserve that.
And some people have already started traveling.
That's true. Imagine, yes. And, it's going to be a well-traveled holiday, and airlines are already advising you to get there early, at least 2 hours early for your flight.
I had saw a post last night, and I actually posted on my personal page that the North Carolina Weather Authority posted yesterday with all the turbulence around flights coming into Raleigh, Charlotte, and Wilmington had such severe turbulence. People were just vomiting all in the planes.
Oh.
Can you imagine? I've been through severe turbulence once coming back from Ireland, and it was awful.
Oh, I wouldn't want to have to be the one to clean the plane.
We dropped 10,000 feet in a turbulence, and I have never been so panicked in my entire life.
11 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Maybe a little bit longer than that one. My daughter and her family moved to Texas, and I had to fly. It was the only way I could get there. And my first trip, my first flight, it was, you would probably have thought I was like 10 years old because the crying and the panic. But after the first flight, I was fine. I was like a seasoned traveler. It's just, you have all these fears, but once you actually do it, it's not what you think.
No.
I mean, still, I would prefer not to fly, but I don't have to anymore because they moved back.
Well, that works.
So, yes, it worked for me anyway. So, you've got a story.
I've got this wild story. I saw it last week, and it made me laugh because, I'm well, you know what? We're about to have to go to another break after all those commercials. But this story, we'll do it when we come back. But, the way humans behave sometimes is just so strange would be the word, just their thought process, I guess. And this is one of those stories where I'm thinking, really, you really had to do this? And mainly because, this guy, I don't know, he's not a bad looking guy. I've definitely seen worse. But I have to wonder, there's got to be a little more to this story than And like I said, we will talk about it. Let's go ahead
Yeah,
and
that,
there's
and when we come back, we have some breaking news about North Korea. So,
geez.
we'll jump on that too.
Okay, all right, let's take our, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Got a
like 6
few.
commercials this
It's
time. That's
Christmas.
less than what we've had, but yeah, it's Christmas. Everybody's excited. So, all right, we're live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME, your Christmas classic station. And if you haven't been listening, you need to, because they play some amazing Christmas music. We'll be right back.
This is Commissioner Robin Knapp, Vice Chairman of the Onslow County Board of Commissioners. I just wanted to take this time to thank each and every one of you for your continued wishes for all of you to have a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. As we say goodbye to 2023 and usher in 2024, it is my earnest wish that God will continue to bless the citizens of Onslow County as we honor and celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Let us not forget the real reason for Christmas and to continually thank God for all the blessings that He has bestowed upon us and to remember those in our community that are less fortunate than we are. Let us continue to grow in faith and love as we strive to make Onslow County an even better place to live, work, and raise our families. It is a time to family memories and encourage each other to strive to be better and focus on the betterment of our community. Additionally, take this time to remember our service members who are separated from their loved ones overseas as they protect our nation as the first line of defense and protecting our way of life. And to our first responders who run to danger to protect the innocent. Remember their family members as well as they cope with the separation of their loved ones in the long hours. Safe. I hope and pray 2024 brings great prosperity and blessings to our nation and to our county. And together, we will move forward with tremendous progress, growth, safety, and peace. May God bless all of you. And again, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you, and please stay safe.
I'm Alyssa. I'm Trinity. Together, we're your Hooters girls. It's the Christmas season. We want to take the time to wish our men and women serving overseas a Merry Christmas. And when you return, make sure to stop by Hooters. Lots of great specials during December. The Fan Filler, 10 wings any style, curly fries, and a fountain drink. We'll see you soon at Hooters in Jacksonville.
Down East, heating and air conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986.
Down East is your local Bryant factory authorized dealer. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes to keep you warm.
Down East, heating and air conditioning, a family. Down East, heating.com.
Ready or not, the holidays are here and your calendar is crowded. So if and when your heating system goes out, Down East and Bryant is ready to do whatever it takes to make your home warm again. Because your friends and relatives are arriving any minute. Just call Down East at 910-346-4311.
Down East, heating and air conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to paint and maintain, power wash, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
If you have a project that requires ready-mixed concrete, whether a driveway, patio, livestock housing, outdoor kitchen, or something special for the holidays, Mixed Masters Concrete of Beulaville can handle the job. Large or small, Mixed Masters Concrete offers residential, commercial, and agricultural contract work with professional service and fast delivery. Owner Scott Thigpen provides free estimates, and Mixed Masters Concrete will deliver on Saturdays. In addition to expert concrete service, KPT Masonry does complete concrete finishing. So, for ready-mixed concrete and professional concrete finishing, phone 910-298-6153. Mixed Masters Concrete and KPT Masonry of Beulaville. Proud to be part of the continuing growth of Eastern North Carolina. And thanks all all our military.
Bryn Riley, serving the Jacksonville area with the brilliance you deserve for 73 years, invites you to visit them at Western Boulevard next to Sam's this holiday season. Locally owned and operated by the Queen of Diamonds, Lisa Lutz Keys and Luke Keys, look forward to showing you why only the finest diamonds makes it to their showcase, bringing you the brightest holiday season ever. In addition to fine diamonds and precious stones, you'll find watches, rings, bracelets, necklaces, charms, and remember, no one does I do like they do. Bryn Mawr Jewelers, Jacksonville's oldest jeweler, also specializes in custom design. Bryn Mawr Jewelers takes the time to you and yours a happy holiday and the best in the coming new year. Bryn Mawr Jewelers, 1136 Western Boulevard next to Sam's, serving Jacksonville since 1950. Visit brynmawrjewelers.com or by phone at 910-455-2994.
S&H Feed and Garden would like to take this time to thank our customers for their patronage and wish you and yours best wishes for a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. S&H Feed and Garden, 4043 Freedom Way, Huber, has been serving Swansboro and surrounding areas with garden and feed supplies since 1978. 'Tis the season to get your Christmas trees cut fresh from the North Carolina mountains and crabapple trees while they last. At S&H Feed and Garden, we are your one-time stop for all your gardening and feed needs, offering annual bedding plants, perennials, hanging baskets, vegetable plants and seeds, as well as herbs, all grown on site. Don't forget, Christmas trees are going fast. Get yours while they last. This holiday season, stop by S&H Feed and Garden, 4043 Freedom Way, Hubert. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from S&H Feed and Garden. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, Saturday, 8 to 5, closed on Sundays. Phone 910-326-5690.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, and we are back. I know you've got some things you want to talk about.
That just came through. North Korea this morning test fired an intercontinental ballistic missile into the waters off of Japan in what has become its second launch in as many days. The projectile, which has the capability of traveling more than 9,300 miles and reaching the mainland of the United States, flew 73 minutes before landing in the area west of the Japanese island of Hokkaido. Okay. Reuters reported citing Japan's defense ministry and parliamentary vice minister of defense. South Korea's military said the North Korean missile was launched at an elevated angle in an apparent attempt to miss neighboring countries. Now, this launch came right after North Korea had launched a short-range ballistic missile into the sea on Sunday. So he's back playing with his little missiles again.
Well, then my question is, did it land or did it crash?
It went into the water, but South Korea is criticizing Sunday. They Sunday launched the short-range missile as a clear violation of the UN Security Council resolutions that have banned the North from using ballistic technology. So yeah, they're just really getting. Well,
he does what he wants anyway,
right?
So, I mean, there is that. It's kind of scary to think he's actually managed to develop something that can go to what would be the west coast of the United States.
Right.
That's kind of scary to think.
Right. Yeah, it is kind of.
Because the question is, as scarce as their resources are, the question then becomes, who is helping them develop this? Because they're definitely not doing it on their own.
Yeah. Our little guy over there, he's just a wonder to behold.
He's that guy.
Just like
so not playing with the
capable of
full
traveling 9,300 miles, hitting the United States. Yeah,
it's very scary to
Yes,
think
it
that
is.
he has managed to get this type of coverage out of that.
I agree.
And this makes Japan. Of course, it makes South Korea nervous, but it makes Japan nervous because obviously he can reach them if he went into that island. So scary.
Yes, it is scary.
All right, let's go with our Fox News break. We're live in local real talk. We'll be right back.
Lejeune, 246 CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Secret Service says President Biden was not a target of a driver crashing his car into a presidential motorcade in Wilmington, Delaware.
The president was walking to an armored SUV from his campaign office. The car reportedly crashed into a vehicle used to block intersections. We're told the driver then tried to go around the closed intersection before surrendering at gunpoint to Secret Service agents. Neither the president nor First Lady were injured.
Fox's Marianne Rafferty. A promise from former President Trump at a campaign rally in Reno, Nevada.
When I'm reelected, we will begin, and we have no choice, the largest deportation operation in American history.
He said at a rally in New Hampshire Saturday, undocumented migrants are poisoning the blood of our country. The latest Fox News poll shows Trump 4 points ahead of President Biden. In a potential rematch, Nikki Haley 6 points up on Biden. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
Ooh, that's not good. All right, we're back. A little bit of feedback there. I'm not sure what
Yeah,
that
a little
was.
bit of feedback. That's okay.
That was kind
It's
of weird.
Monday morning. Anyway, we
Yeah.
have a caller calling in at 8:05.
Mhm.
Just want to give you a little bit of information, a little bio on him. His name is John Hardister, and currently he is the House Deputy Majority Whip for the North Carolina House of Representatives. He's a Republican out of District 59, which is Guilford. He's been in the House for 6 years. He's 41 years of age. His education is Greensboro College from 2001 to 2006. And right now he is running for the North Carolina Commissioner of Labor. And they got quite a few people. But he's saying it's a privilege to have an opportunity to seek the office of Labor Commissioner during my time in the legislature. I have worked to lower taxes, reform tax code, balance our budget, and promote workforce development. I'm proud of the work we have done to make North Carolina the best state for business, and I will bring the same mindset to the Department of Labor. And just to give you a little background on him, these are just some of the awards he's gotten since he's been in the North Carolina House. The 2023 Jobs Champion, which is given by the North Carolina Chamber Champion Business High Point, Legislative Excellence Award from the Police Benevolent Association, Distinguished Service Award from the Marine Corps League Detachment 260, Conservative Achievement, the American Conservative Union, Charter Champion, North Carolina Coalition of Public Charter Schools, Legislative Trailblazer Award, the North Carolina Alliance of Public Charter Schools. So he has... he's got quite a lot of awards right there. And with over the decade of experience as a leading legislator, John is uniquely qualified to negotiate with lawmakers to ensure that we are investing in career-ready education programs. And he's committed to providing efficient, punctual, and impartial services for our state employees and employers. So my main thing is like being a House Majority Whip.
Mhm.
Whenever I had a question that was concerning the House, I would call him for information.
Okay, I was going to
rather
ask you
than
what a
going
whip
through-
does. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's well, I'll let him explain what a majority whip actually does. But I just found that if I needed information, I would contact him because it was hard getting up with our own representatives here in Onslow.
Okay, well, I understand that.
I bypassed them and just
Mhm.
went directly to him. So, yeah, a nice young man. I've met him several times. I know him, and that's him calling right there. So, we're going to ask what a majority whip does. Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
Good morning, John. How are you? We were just talking about you, and Kelly was asking me what does a majority whip do?
We count votes and track attendance for members of the General Assembly.
Are you in charge of like caucusing whenever you have a bill that's coming up? Do you go around and caucus with your members?
The majority leader does that, but we, when there's a bill being considered, we'll count the votes and then we'll report that to the speaker.
Gotcha. Well, so what's happening in the House right now? Y'all still working or are you on Christmas break?
We're on break now, so there's not
Nice.
too much going on.
Nice. Anything new coming up in the House after the holidays?
Well, we'll go back into session in the spring, and probably state budget will be dealing with that, and nothing major right now.
Good.
There could be some other. I can mention it. If we go on air, I can mention a couple things that might come up in the short session.
Right. Well, you're welcome to mention anything you'd like to mention right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're listening.
Yeah, like for example, banning China from purchasing property, something that we might take up.
And we've talked about that a lot.
Property in the United States.
Well, speaking of that, this is Kelly. Hasn't Chinese companies been purchasing quite a bit of property here in North Carolina in the past?
They have.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And that's kind of scary. People don't understand, I don't think, what the ramifications of that. Would not want that to be, a thing. We don't want them owning the whole entire state.
That's right.
Right.
We're giving up too much of our stuff now.
I agree. And so,
exactly.
China
or Chinese affiliated companies are purchasing property in the United States. Like, for example, they purchased Smithfield. You probably know
Right.
that.
Yes. We knew that.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't take that away once it's already done, but we can change it moving forward so that China can't purchase additional property. What concerns us a lot is when they do that in rural areas and tie up agriculture, but they're also doing it like around military bases.
Oh, yes. We've seen a lot of that here. Not so much the Chinese, but other people of different nationalities coming in and buying up these small little vape shops. I mean, they're on every single corner. And that to me is concerning also.
Yep.
Well, I think that's for a very specific purpose. But to buy these big companies, you have especially manufacturing companies, you have the ability to manufacture a lot of things, and we don't know what some of these Chinese companies may actually be using those big plants for, correct? Isn't that one of the thought processes?
That's exactly right. Yep, you got it.
Well, in the same respect, John, you've got our governor who spent time going and trying to meet with the Chinese in order to bring businesses here into North Carolina from China. I mean, aren't we defeating the purpose if we're letting the governor do that?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. The governor did do that. Yeah.
I just thought, we've got so many businesses here in North Carolina that have been in operation for 70, 80 years, furniture manufacturers and such that are closing the doors because they just can't survive anymore. Yet you got the governor going to China trying to entice them to bring businesses here. Just did not make sense to me. So anyway.
Okay, what else are you guys thinking about looking at?
Oh, goodness. Like in a short session, probably maybe some policy related to what we're seeing happen on college campuses now with the protests that are taking place and want to support the anti-Semitic comments and essentially protests in some cases that appear pro-Hamas. We want to make sure universities are able to delineate between what's freedom of speech and then what is hate speech or inciting violence. Like if students are chanting "death to Jews," that needs to be prevented. You can't have calls for violence on campus, and
I agree with
I'm
that.
looking into that now. Find out how we can deal with that.
Excellent. Now the big news is you have thrown your hat into the ring for North Carolina Commissioner of Labor. What exactly does the Commissioner of Labor do?
Well, the Commissioner of Labor deals with occupational safety, OSHA.
Oh yes, OSHA.
Inspections for advanced manufacturing and elevators, obviously. You've seen the
So it'd be
certificate
your
on
name, if elected, it'd be your name we'll see in the elevator now?
That's right, yeah.
Elevator safety is a big deal.
Yes,
though.
it is a
I
big
mean,
deal.
that, people, often don't realize what you're taking on when you step into an elevator. Like, I do think about stuff like that. I don't know why I do, but I do. But I mean, some people don't, but that's important. You would not want an elevator to not be inspected or not be inspected properly with people on it every day. Like, that's dangerous.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's actually very dangerous, and you don't want people to get hurt, but also if an elevator malfunctions, imagine what that would do for like a hospital.
Mhm.
where you have
Oh, that's very
patients,
true.
or what it could do for a business like a hotel. Like what that does for your business, your clientele. So it's it's important. But the department also does inspections for escalators, mines, boilers, quarries, amusement rides. That's a big one. Like all the
Oh,
the regional
yes.
fairs, the state fair.
Hate those.
Remember
Yes.
that? What was that in Kerwin's, Kelly? That one
Mhm.
ride that had gone bad and some
How do you
persons
not
up?
see that giant crack? I still maintain there's no way they didn't know that was there. You couldn't miss that.
Well, so John, let me ask you this. If you had an industry right here in North Carolina, say a big manufacturing plant, and there was a death there, OSHA steps in. So is that when the Commission of Labor also steps in?
Yeah. You talking about for the amusement ride?
Well, for the amusement ride or any industry that there was a death or severe accident, a severe injury to an employee, and OSHA is called in. Is that when the
Oh, I see.
Commission of
Yeah.
Labor would step in also?
Yep, that's correct. So anytime there's a fatality in the workplace, labor will track the data on that. They'll track whether it was an injury, fatality, what happened. Typically, there's an investigation that's done, and what labor will do is try to determine, if there's some way to prevent it from happening again. And that usually doesn't involve legal action. That would happen separately. But labor want to know what happened. What were there laws that were violated or protocols that were not followed? And then is there some way to prevent that from happening again?
Gotcha.
Now-
That's a lot of stuff, Commissioner.
Well,
Labor.
let me ask you this. So does the Commission of Labor also handle stuff like labor law violations? Like, for example, age hiring, or let's say you've got a high school kid that's being worked till midnight, which I don't think under North Carolina law is allowed. Do they handle that kind of stuff as well, or unemployment stuff? Does the Commissioner of Labor handle that too?
Yeah, because exactly the commissioner will know and the staff will understand what the laws are as far as age related restrictions and things like that. And so if someone thought there was a violation, they would call the Department of Labor. They would look into it, and they could say, okay, this is out of compliance. That's a really good point. Also, wage and labor disputes are handled by DOL. Meaning if you're being paid by a company and you don't think they're paying you according to the contract or the hiring agreement, you can go to DOL and they can investigate that, determine whether or not the pay is being done according to the agreement between the employee and employer. That's another thing. Also, enforcement of E-Verify. That's for companies that have 15 or more employees.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. And then workforce development is another thing too. That's something a lot of people don't know, but the commissioner serves on the board of the community college system, which means there's a lot of focus on like vocational education, trade skills, and trying to encourage more students in high school to start thinking about going into a particular trade or vocational background, like plumbing, electrical, advanced manufacturing, HVAC, things like that.
Well,
Interesting.
then along those lines, let me ask you this question. So up in the Northeast, like northern states, and I'm thinking of Massachusetts in particular because I know of a school that has this. They have what they call technical high schools. So these are high schools that are designed to where kids go and they're going to learn a trade. Like I have a friend that did that years ago, and to be an electrician. So they went to high school, and it was they did their reading, math, whatever, but they also were taught as part of the curriculum. So when they came out, they were licensed electricians. Does North Carolina ever thought about offering those type of things? I know we have some smaller type skills things, but these were, where you come out with an actual job right out of high school.
Yeah. So the issue is that, right now, it's kind of like just based on the school district.
Mm-hmm.
There's not like a statewide standard. So some school districts have trade schools and programs that are, I think, very good for students. And some charter schools have it, but there's not like a statewide standard, which I personally think is a mistake, because quite frankly, a lot of urban school districts don't have enough trade skills exposure. Like home ec seems to be a thing in the past these days. And,
right.
When I was in high school, we had a vocational program, but there's not enough of that these days.
I agree 100% with that. I mean, I think every kid, regardless of gender, should be taught how to cook, how to do laundry. There's a lot of kids that don't know how to do laundry, because a lot of young men especially don't know how to cook, and they can't fend for themselves. And that sounds terrible to say, but then they just start eating fast food all the time, becomes unhealthy. But I think they all should have to go. I think they should take a parenting class in high school, and they should take a like you said, a home ec type, even if you call it something else now, like how to live class, something like that. I think that ought to be mandated.
Yeah, we've seen
I
it.
think another thing too, that financial literacy is a big one.
Yes.
A lot of students graduate and they don't really have, financial literacy, and I see it just in the private sector. I still work in the private sector, and because I work for a mortgage company, and we see some young don't have basic financial literacy skills, and that's a failure of the school system. And we actually require financial literacy, but it's not being taught effectively. So I think we have to look at that, and how is it being taught? Is there some way that we can change it, or maybe enhance the program? But we probably have to look at the teachers that are teaching in that subject area, and make sure we're hiring the best teachers, because that you can't function in society if you don't understand balance checkbook and how to
agree,
invest money properly, save money, how interest rates work, how to establish a credit score.
I agree with that, or even how to understand that just because you have that debit card doesn't mean you have an unlimited supply of money, or heaven forbid you give a kid a credit card and they just charge, make them understand you got to pay that back with interest. So you're almost doubling at times, depending on your interest rate, what you have quote borrowed.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
Exactly.
Well, John, here's another thing that I thought it was interesting for the state, for the Labor of Commissioner. The Division of Purchase and Contract is North Carolina's central procurement authority and oversees purchasing for all state agencies, universities, and colleges. And that comes under the Department of Labor?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I never knew that either.
It's a lot. It's a major agency. Most people just think you can see the picture in an elevator and that's what it's all about, but it's
I pretty much thought that.
That's just the whole elevator thing's just a very small part. Like this is a very big office, but not only that, it seems like it's super important because it governs or oversees, whatever word you want to use, so many things that are necessary.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, that's a lot to take on, John. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you've done very well. Yeah, you've done very well with what you're doing now with the North Carolina House. I was just telling Kelly, if I have a question, I call you. Because I know you're right there and you can answer my questions. But thank you for throwing your hat into the ring for this. Now, if your term with the North Carolina House ends in 2024.
Yes, exactly. It ends at the very end of next year. So our terms aren't super cycle.
Right.
So,
right.
I was just reelected last year. So I'm here and we'll be in the General Assembly through December 31st of next year.
Right. Well, no matter what, I know you're going to go far.
I agree with that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a U.S. congressman one day for sure, huh?
Yeah, who knows?
You never know.
My friends are running. I'm like, you sure you want to go there?
Yeah. No, you're very likable and you do a great job for us. So thank you.
Oh, I appreciate it. That means a lot.
Well, thank you for coming on and kind of educating everyone, because I just learned a whole lot that I did not know.
Yeah,
so
same with me.
It's definitely interesting, and we'll be looking for your name on the ballot.
Yeah, we
And-
mentioned it earlier
yeah.
when we were reading it.
So,
We sure did.
Absolutely.
So we'll talk to you
Yeah,
again.
we will definitely be talking to you again before the elections.
And if you ever come to Onslow County early one morning, we'll have you on the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would like that. And we can also, if you want, we can talk, more about some of our plans in General Assembly, before we go back in, which are probably, the primary is March 5th, and we'll probably go back in session like in April.
Wow.
So we have a little bit of runway time between now and then.
I'm certainly glad
Okay.
you got some time.
Yeah. Well, then we'll definitely plan to have you back on to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Sounds
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
I appreciate
You
it.
have a
All
great
right.
day.
You too.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right. Well, that was
I
good.
was
I
like talking
learned
to
a whole
you.
lot. There's a whole bunch of things I didn't know that the Commissioner of Labor does.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I didn't know a
either.
lot of that. Like, interesting.
Yes, very interesting.
All right. Let's take a break. We're live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We will be right back.
Hello, this is Senator Michael Lazzara, and as the holiday season approaches, I find myself reflecting on the many blessings of the past year and the unwavering spirit of our community. During this special time, I want to extend my warmest wishes to each and every one of you. May this Christmas season bring you moments of joy, peace, and cherished memories with loved ones. It is a time to celebrate the bonds we share and the values that unite us, embracing the spirit of giving, kindness, and compassion. As we look forward to the new year, let us continue to nurture the sense of community and resilience that defines us. Together, we will forge a path of progress and prosperity, rooted in the principles that we hold dear. Wishing you and your families a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, filled with blessings, hope, and endless possibilities.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only carpet protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at WatkinsNewFloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering, you stand on it, we stand behind it.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at a locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down home down the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Smithfield smoked shank portion hams, 79 cents a pound with Pig Perks membership only. Limit one per member. Smithfield butt portion hams, 99 cents a pound. Bone-in standing loin roast is only $7.99 a pound. Bone-in standing rib roast, $12.99 a pound. Turkey breast, just $1.59 a pound. Spiral sliced half hams, $1.99 a pound. Whole fresh hams, $1.99 a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, and they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Oven Produce, how about an 8-pound bag of sweet Florida navel oranges for just $7.99 for an 8-pound bag? Eastern red, rum, or golden delicious apples, just 99 cents a pound. How about a 6-ounce container of blueberries, blackberries, raspberries for just $3.99. Russet baking potatoes, only 79 cents a pound. Got to be North Carolina grown sweet potatoes, 89 cents a pound. How about a 3-pound bag of Florida Sunburst tangerines for just $4.99? And you get the 2-liter size of Pepsi or Mountain Dew. The Pig Perk price is 2 for $3, limit 2 deals per person. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the pig. Mixmasters Concrete of Viewville takes this opportunity to thank you for allowing them to continue to be a part of the growth and development of our area and to wish you and yours a safe and happy holiday season. If you need ready-mix concrete for residential, commercial, or agricultural purposes, call Mixed Masters Concrete today at 910-298-6153. They deliver on Saturdays and will connect you with a professional concrete finisher such as KPT Masonry of Beulaville. From driveways, patios, livestock housing, nobody does concrete harder or quicker than Mixed Masters Concrete Beulaville. Mixed Masters Concrete, wishing you the best for the holidays and the coming new year.
I'm Trinity. I'm Alyssa. Together, we're your Hooters girls. We're celebrating the Christmas season throughout December.
If you buy a gift card for $25, you'll get a $5 cashback reward that you can use after the new year.
We have Boga Wings, any style, on Monday and Wednesday.
It's Burger Day on Tuesday. Build it any way you want.
Fridays, you get crab legs back at $19.83 prices. $19.83 for a pound.
From both of us, we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Coastal Bank and Trust, voted the best bank for 6 years in a row, would like to take this opportunity to wish you the very best this holiday season and to thank you for allowing us the privilege of taking care of all your banking needs this past year. With locations in Jacksonville, Holly Ridge, Richlands, and Morehead City, Coastal Bank and Trust looks forward to serving your banking needs in the coming year. Happy holidays from Coastal Bank and Trust, FDIC insured and an equal housing lender.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbin Avenue in Swansboro.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. This is Mayor John Davis from Swansboro sitting here at the Dairy Queen, and we invite you to come have a Christmas shake or a sundae with us. And I'd also like to acknowledge our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and acknowledge his birth, and we are thankful for him and the reason we serve this season. To all of the deployed military, we thank you for serving during this Christmas season and your sacrifice of being away from your families. To all of our teachers and our staff downtown, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and thank you guys for all your work.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we are back, and I know we have a caller holding on. Caller, hold on 1 second. We just got to knock the weather out and take it away, Lee.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, Marine Forecast, which is brought to you by Tideline Marine, who was named Best of the Best 2023 Community Choice Awards. It's choice awards that the Jacksonville Daily News puts on every year, but they won the award in the best boat dealer category. So congratulations to Tideline Marine. You have one more week to buy that special Christmas gift for that person who loves to boat and fish. And right now, Tideline Marine has special savings on Aloha pontoon boats, Mercury outboard motors, and boat trailers. And while you're there, be sure to check out all the fishing baits and lures, as those will make family and veteran-owned business located at 159 Oak Ridge in downtown Jacksonville. Here's your marine forecast. Monday, west winds 25 to 35 knots, gust up to 45 knots, seas 11 to 16 feet near shore, seas 9 to 12 feet, subsiding to 6 to 9 feet in the afternoon, dominant period 11 seconds. Your adjacent sounds and rivers will be rough. Monday night, northwest winds 20 to 25 knots with gust up to 35. Seas 7 to 10 feet, except 5 to 7 near the shore. Dominant period 11 seconds. Adjacent sounds and rivers will continue to be rough. Tuesday, northwest winds 20 to 25 knots, diminishing 15 to 20 in the afternoon. Gust up to 30 feet. Seas 6 to 9 feet, subsiding to 5 and 7 in the afternoon. Near shore seas 4 to 6 feet. Dominant period 11 seconds. Adjacent sounds and rivers will be rough, diminishing to choppy late in the afternoon. It's a good week to stay on shore.
Today it'll be sunny, high of 62 with little windy and gusts as high as 29 miles an hour. Tonight, clear, cold, low of 33, still gusty tonight. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 45 and still gusty. Tomorrow night, clear at low of 24. And on Wednesday, sunny, high of 49. All right, we have a caller holding. Good morning, caller. Who's this?
Hey, good morning. This is Curtis. I see y'all went to the store this weekend.
Yes.
Hey, I heard the previous call. I wanted to caveat on something that he said that he talked about schools teaching about some kind of accounting, money management or something.
Yeah.
I had a 28-year career in the Army, and everything in the military is not planned out to the T. There's things that doesn't run efficiently, but when I was on my outbound retirement, going through my retirement year and stuff, I had to attend all these briefings and everything and check the box, the medical, out process and stuff. And during my career, as I progressed and become in a leadership position, you obviously had to mentor the new soldiers coming in and everything.
Right.
And I just can't. It's just beyond me about how many young soldiers will get in trouble with their money, and it's just a lot of times it was so bad it messed up their careers, and they had a short-lived career.
Right.
But when I was on my outbound briefing, one of the briefings they gave us at Fort Bragg was a briefing on money management, okay, and how to manage your money. And it lasted for like an hour and a half. And the person giving the brief and stuff at the end, asked the questions and stuff. And I raised up. I said, I feel like that maybe you got this wrong. I feel like that I should have had this briefing at the beginning of my career instead of the end of my career. I said, nobody ever taught me how to manage money. I had to do it on my own. I had to make my own mistakes and learn my own way. I said, this briefing needs to be given when service members enter the military because it's beneficial. It really was, And anyway, I was just thinking about that when he was talking about education system, and they need to teach it more. But it's also it needs to be taught in the business sector too, in the government sector. I mean, it's the money management.
Good point.
A big thing that can get you in it.
I agree 100% with that, and I think you are absolutely correct. A lot of these young military men and women, they start getting a paycheck, which to them is much better than it was, when they were working fast food at high school, for example. So they get, even though they're living in the barracks, they get caught up with these high car payments, and they run credit cards up, and they don't have the financial management skills they need. I agree. I think it should be taught. Definitely when they first join the military, but I also agree that it should be taught in high school. I think it should be taught in 9th grade. I think it should be taught every year, like it should be required, so that it's like reinforced, not like elective. You can take it if you want, like mandatory class every year till they graduate high school, so that those skills they've learned, let's say in 9th grade, are totally reinforced. And maybe every year they make it a little more in depth, so that when they come out, they can have those skills they need, especially in the age now where everything is, online, or it's with a credit card or a debit card. And, I think some people think that you got that low card, you just swipe it and you unlimited amount of money, but it doesn't work that way. And some kids just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's right. Yep. Anyway, I just throw that out.
Well, I appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate that too. And you bring up very, very good points because, in junior high, that's when I took home ec. We learned how to cook. We learned how to sew. We learned how to balance a checkbook. Nowadays, you ask one of these high school kids how to balance a checkbook, they have no clue.
Well, most people don't even have checkbooks anymore. But I mean, they at least need to know how to balance a bank statement, or how to, take into account. But, if you've got $500 on your little debit card, because all the debit card does is pull the money out of the account, you can't just keep spending it, or you're going to go into a negative amount very quickly.
Oh, I agree.
And they just think, I don't know where they think the money comes from. No, I agree. I think it should be taught.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, how many kids do you know?
Y'all have a good day. I appreciate it.
Secretary definitely needs it.
Yes.
And he's right. What's the point when they've been in a 20-year career or a 10-year career, whatever it is, when they've been in there a little bit? I mean, yeah, have it then, but have it initially, as soon as they get out of boot camp.
Right.
Or have it in boot camp.
Boot camp, yes.
But I know boot camp's designed to make sure they're physically fit for basically the rigors of war. Because
maybe
that's
some
what it's about.
parenting classes too, and that's why
Yes.
we have
parenting
the
classes.
Peers Development Center here in Onslow County because they help with that because you have so many young military that come in, they get married, they have children, have no clue what to do with them.
They have parenting classes on base too.
Right.
But I agree. I think there's a lot that could be had for young people. But I definitely think a parenting class in high school should be, and not carrying an egg around because that's just dumb.
Yeah.
Make them take one of those little babies around that we had those in high school and cry random times. And now they make them where that it'll tell you how many times you've changed the baby or fed the baby. It like sends a signal back. It's electronic, but that's necessary because the problem a lot of times teenage parenting has been glorified by shows like Teen Mom and 16 and Pregnant and all these other shows. But it's glorification of it. And being a parent, I don't care how old you are, is hard work. Whether you're a parent at 16 or 46, it's hard work. So I just think it could benefit. But yeah, we want to talk about real quick this Texas because Texas just does everything.
Texas is in the news this morning.
They are. But this is when I talked earlier about like the why. This is one of my questions. I question why. So Sugar Land, Texas, and I have no idea where in Texas it is. It must be near Houston. I don't know. A principal was arrested and charged with solicitation of prostitution because apparently he attempted to pay $90 to have sex with an undercover detective. They were doing Operation Naughty List, which is a very cool name, by the way. But they were saying that, but not only that, he was soliciting prostitution, but also listing some kind of deviant behavior like BDSM stuff. And if you don't know what it is, you need to look it up. And they're saying that the reason why this Operation Naughty List was going on because they were apparently in a town called Missouri City in Texas. They'd had victimized sex workers in a hotel, and they were trying to crack down on human trafficking is what it was down to.
Yeah.
And so they used a Houston Police Department detective, and she was working undercover, and they posted advertisements to websites that promoted prostitution and the human trafficking. And he agreed to meet in a hotel room, and he showed up and wanted to pay $90 for sexual intercourse and deviant sexual intercourse.
Deviant?
Yes, like I said, I think it's a lot of BDSM stuff. And so he was arrested, and because he's a principal. Did I leave out that fact that this guy is a high school principal?
He was a high,
and he's on administrative leave. He's a principal at Clements High School in the Fort Bend Independent School District.
Right.
So he's been placed on administrative leave just because they're saying, dude, come on now. And that's what I say. He's been a principal since 2022. He posted bond already, and next court date is January 22nd. He had a $5,000 bond, and but they put him on leave because teachers have to be held to a higher standard. And I'm thinking of all the women in the world, you really have to go and try to pay for sex. I mean, and even if it's some kind of weird BDSM, whatever, they've got websites for that kind of thing. You can't find somebody you don't have to pay for. Like I said, he's not a bad-looking guy. So I don't know. But, I mean, my question for him would be, is it worth your career?
Obviously not.
I mean, that's what I would say. He has. And
it's a crazy story.
But I've got another story, but we'll do it when we come back from break. But this one is a little disturbing, but it goes along the lines of, the anti-Semitism we have in the country. But this is a different take on it. We talked about it a little bit, and it's still making the rounds. We talked about a little bit last week about the middle school teacher who just lost his mind over this Muslim kid didn't like the Israeli flag.
Right,
but this
right.
story is one that keeps circulating because it has sparked conversations because it's a little bit of a different take on it.
And I like what John Hardister said about the North Carolina House maybe visiting that when they come back.
I think it should be.
Of these colleges, passing laws on that because, we pump a lot of money into these colleges, we as taxpayers.
Yeah.
And if they're having this stuff going, I think we need to address how much money they're going to be getting next year.
But also, too, college campuses have become very
liberal.
But not only very one-sided. You either think like us or you don't kind of thing.
Right.
And it should not be that way.
Exactly.
So, all right, let's take a break. We're live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME, your Christmas classic station. I got it right again. We'll be right back.
Modern Exterminating, family owned and operated since 1952, would like to take this opportunity to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and the best in the coming new year. Modern Exterminating considers it a privilege to service those that serve us, from first responders to the brave men and women of our military. Remember, the bug stops here. From our family to your family, Merry Christmas from Modern Exterminating.
Great Gas and Oil Company. And of course, Wismart and Chappie's Chicken, located at 4111 Gum Branch Road, right here in Jacksonville. And 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert, has all you need when it comes to convenience for gas, cold beverages, and a great selection for quick pickup essentials. Enjoy fresh, not frozen, delicious meals at Chappie's Chicken, located inside Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert. So if you're in a hurry, get it all. Gas, ice cold beverages, convenience store items, and delicious, fresh, not frozen, Chappie's Chicken at Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert.
With Christmas approaching, all of us here at John Stars Electric would like to express thanks to the brave men and women of our military defending our freedom. This season, join us in spreading cheer and showing appreciation to those who serve. In the spirit of gratitude and preparedness, John Stars Electric wants to help ensure your home or business stays powered up when you need it most with a Generac home standby generator. With the unpredictable nature of power outages, it's essential to have peace of mind knowing you have a reliable source of power. Give us a call today at 910-989-1908 or find us on Facebook for a free quote and power up your life with John Stars Electric.
If you are rebuilding, remodeling, or doing home improvements for the holidays or the upcoming new year, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridge Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Give the handyman a gift from Williams Hardware, your helpful handy hardware store in Morris City this Christmas. Williams Hardware also cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wellington grill. Williams Hardware thanks you for the opportunity to help you with all your hardware needs and wishes you a safe and happy holiday season. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridge Street, Morris City. Open Monday through Saturday, 7:30 till 6, and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone 252-726-7158 for Williams Hardware.
Hello, Onslow. Royce Bennett here with Century 21 Champion Real Estate. This time of year, I just can't help but think of how blessed we all are. We live in a great country where we can worship as we please, speak our mind, travel where we desire, and choose our own destiny. But I also realize that there are many who are less fortunate than I. So let's remember to share a bit of what God has blessed us with during this Christmas season. Many individuals, civic organizations, and local businesses, including Champion Real Estate, will be supporting the Salvation Army this season by ringing the red kettle bells. Be sure to thank them and deposit what you can in the kettle. The Salvation Army is serving the less fortunate in Onslow County every day. If I can help you with real estate or county issues, please feel free to contact me. And always remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. Merry Christmas, and I wish you a safe and happy New Year.
The best deal for the grill is at Joe's LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384. If you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Mitsubishi pre-owned car or truck, look no further than Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard. Because at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, they give it away and guarantee all their customers financing. At Bob Mills, there is no high pressure, no smoke and mirrors, or running back and forth to a sales manager. Buying a new Mitsubishi or quality pre-owned car or truck should be a fun experience. And that's what you'll have at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard in Jacksonville, because they give it away.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Okay, and we're back for a couple of minutes before our next set of commercial breaks. We've been looking at all kinds of stories.
Yeah, we were just talking about the big sex scandal that came out of the U.S. Congress building over the weekend.
What a hot mess. So I guess a congressional aide is accused of having sex in the Senate hearing room and filming it.
Yep. And
he's trying to say that he's being, well, first of all, he was fired from his congressional aide job.
Yes.
And he is trying. He's like, I'm being victimized because of who I love and that I'm a gay male, and other people are saying, dude, that don't have anything, you being gay. Nobody cares about that.
He's already admitted on social media that he used poor judgment in what he did.
Yeah, I mean, they're upset that the fact that you filmed it and you were in the, the Senate hearing room.
Yeah, just
two things
at
you
the
don't
dais. It was a very explicit video, and after him and his partner
had
first of
done
all,
this, how did the video come out? Did they post it?
He posted it to a site. It was a gay porno site, so to say.
So he's just trying to be cute or whatever by,
then this organization called the Daily Caller picked it up.
Oh, that's out of Britain.
And ran with it.
Yeah.
So that's how it all got out. So,
but he's been fired, but he was also accused of attacking Republican Max Miller, who was being interviewed by NBC, and shouting "Free Palestine" during his interview. Dude, I think you need to just take a step back and kind of revamp your life. You're 24, you're young, but right now you're making some bad decisions, and nobody cares about your sexual preference. What we care about is you don't have sex on the job. Everybody knows that. I mean, look at how many people, regardless of what kind of job they have gotten in trouble for doing that. I just, that's what the problem is. It's not who your choice of partner is. Nobody cares. Or at least most people don't. Some people probably do, but I personally don't care. It's just, I care that you were in the Senate chambers or whatever. That's the part I care about, because that's just tacky. So anyway, you had another story too.
Oh yes, I did. That was another one out of Texas, or do we want to talk about
I want you to talk about
hated Christmas songs?
Okay. We got to take a break.
On it the other day.
There's only 6 commercials, so this shouldn't, well, it might be 7. But we need to take a quick break. But yes, we need to talk about, do have a couple of lists for songs for that list to be added.
Okay.
And that's something we can also pick up again tomorrow as well. If you guys, well, you know what, we're going to have we'll put it posted on our Facebook page as well. Name us your most hated Christmas songs, because I can think of one right now.
Your most hated and your most favorite. We'll make it a two-parter.
Yes, make it 2-parter.
I'll
Yes.
put that on today. We'll
And then
take a
tomorrow
poll.
we will we'll do that as a poll. We'll put it on our Facebook page. Give us your most hated Christmas song and your most favorite Christmas song. I know what mine are. I'll tell you when we're on break. All right, let's take a break. We're live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME, your Christmas classic station.
This is Commissioner Robin Knapp, Vice Chairman of the Onslow County Board of Commissioners. I just wanted to take this time to thank each and every one of you for your continued faith and support of our community. A very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. As we say goodbye to 2023 and usher in 2024, it is my earnest wish that God will continue to bless the citizens of Onslow County as we honor and celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Let us not forget the real reason for Christmas and to continually thank God for all the blessings that He has bestowed upon us, and to remember those in our community that are less fortunate than we are. Let us continue to grow in faith and love as we strive to make Onslow County an even better place to live, work, and raise our families. It is a time to share family memories and encourage each other to strive to be better and focus on the betterment of our community. Additionally, take this time to remember our service members who are separated from their loved ones overseas as they protect our nation as the first line of defense and protecting our way of life. And to our first responders who run through danger to protect the innocent. Remember their family members as well as they cope with the separation of their loved ones and the long hours to keep our nation and community safe. I hope and pray 2024 our nation and to our county. And together we will move forward with tremendous progress, growth, safety, and peace. May God bless all of you. And again, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you, and please stay safe.
Pizza Village, 811 Main Street, Beulaville, takes this time to say thank you for your past patronage and invites you to take a break from the busy holiday shopping season and dine with them. There's no doubt about it. The best pizza in Duplin County is a Pizza Village, along with the spaghetti and salad bar. Pizza Village serves true Italian cuisine in a down-home country atmosphere. Pizza Village is open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and Sundays from 4:30 p.m. till 9:30 p.m. Pizza Village does have a room for your holiday event, locally owned and operated for over 30 years. Once again, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Pizza Village, 811 Main Street in Beulaville. Flatwoods Outfitters of Hubert takes this opportunity to say thank you for your past patronage and to wish you and yours a safe and happy holiday season. Being the oldest sporting and firearm facility in Onslow County, Flatwoods Outfitters has a long gun or pistol in stock, whether for hunting or personal safety. Take advantage of their outdoor shooting range to practice or to learn how to safely operate your firearm, which Flatwoods highly recommends. At Flatwoods, you can sight in your scope to be sure of perfect accuracy to bag that trophy. They carry all the major brand names of long guns, shotguns, and pistols, as well as ammunition. If you are interested in a concealed weapon permit, Flatwoods Outfitters of Hubert can assist with that also. If a sporting arm is on your holiday shopping list, you will find it at Flatwoods Outfitters, 111 Second Amendment Lane, just off Highway 24 in Hubert, where they aim to preserve our hunting heritage, wildlife, and constitution. Once again, thank you and happy holidays from Flatwoods Outfitters of Hubert.
I had a question about my insurance the other day, so I called my new State Farm agent, and would you believe I talked to the same person who remembered my name? They said that was called service. And then they asked if my dog Max was over his cold. They called that service too. And then they helped me find ways to save on my home and auto coverage. I asked State Farm what they called that. They said service.
Call David Hall, State Farm, 910-455-0440. 1218 Country Club Road, Jacksonville.
It's the season of giving, which means a visit to Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, right here in Jacksonville. Select a gift that will keep on giving long after Christmas. Right now, save up to 40% on in-store merchandise, including showcase jewelry featuring pendants, diamond rings, diamond fashion bands, gemstone rings, and earrings. Need money for the holidays? Barnes Diamond Gallery pays top dollar for gold and silver. Major credit cards accepted and layaway available. Hurry and save 40% on in-store merchandise right now. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 1.
Christmas from our family to yours. Barnes Diamond Gallery.
Wismar and Chappie's Chicken. And for over 50 years, Great Gas and Oil Company has kept our community comfortable year-round with quality heating and cooling products and dependable service. In addition to heating and air conditioning service, Great Gas and Oil Company does generators, tankless water heaters, and quality appliance repair. For service, phone 910-347-7138. Locally owned and operated by Jerry and Jeff Allen and Bobby and Louise Williams.
Merry Christmas from our family at Flowers on the Move to yours. We are so thankful for every family that we were able to serve in 2023 and look forward to meeting more of our community in 2024. We are here for all of your floral needs, from birthdays to weddings, memorial services, and everything in between. You can visit us online anytime at www.flowersonthemove.com. Don't forget, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Order early for the best deals.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, we are back for our last few minutes. It's been a good show.
Yeah, it's been a good.
All right, so you got the most amazingly wild and creepy story.
This is another one out of Texas, and I'm going to tell you, this is crazy. This happened over the weekend. A Texas man is in custody after allegedly striking a pedestrian whose body flew through the windshield of the vehicle and into the passenger seat. And then he drove 38 miles to a Jack in the Box with the victim's dead body still inside, sitting in the passenger seat of the vehicle. The White Settlement Police Department said it received a welfare check call about 11:15 p.m. on Saturday night, and when the responding officer arrived, they found a gray Kia Forte with front end and windshield damage in the parking lot of Jack in the Box. Have you ever been to a Jack in the Box?
I love Jack in the Box. We need one here.
Yes. The officer also reportedly saw what appeared to be a dead human being in the front seat passenger. He had the driver, later identified as 31-year-old Nestor Flores, step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle to be detained.
I mean,
he was still sitting in the vehicle.
This guy had to have been drunk. Tell me he was drunk.
Yeah, they said that that the passenger was already passed away. But Flores is trying to say that he believed he struck an animal in Dallas and continued to drive until he reached the parking lot at the Jack in the Box.
Okay, hold up. Hold up. Okay, I get the hope. It came through your windshield and landed in your passenger seat. You didn't notice, even out of your peripheral vision, that someone is sitting in the seat that wasn't there. My question becomes, A, how drunk was this guy? Or on drugs? He had to have been.
Yeah, he had previous DWI.
How did he manage for 38 miles to not hit someone else? That's amazing in itself. C, had he already ordered the food? Was he waiting to go in? Like, I have a lot of questions. And then did someone must have saw the car and said, I'm glad the cops got called, but
somebody at the Jack in the Box called the police to do a welfare check on the car because they saw the car sitting there with front end and windshield damage.
Okay.
And so they called, and that's when the police department got there. But what gets me is like, look, I know if I'm driving, if a fly hits my windshield.
Correct.
You know, when a bug hits your windshield.
Yeah, you do know
this
it.
is a body that came through your windshield, which means broke it and landed in the front seat. So how do you not notice?
I mean, it's scary to think he was this drunk. That's, Lord. Lock him up. And I'm sad to say, because this guy is a menace. I mean, he killed some innocent human pedestrian. That's sad at this time of year. All right. Well, we've come to the end of our show. We want to thank everybody for hanging with us today. Rayford will be back in the morning. So everyone have a great day. The sun's out. It's windy, but the sun is out. So we're live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME, your Christmas classic station. We have Rick Dees on at 10 o'clock, and at 3 o'clock we have Chris Hollywood Man. Everyone have a great day, and we will see you later.
1046 CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Day 73 in the war between Israel and Hamas, and